But there you have it, the first tick on the opening bell right in front of you, and not bad at all. 60 points higher on the Nifty. The mid-cap index is up 180 odd points. It's a good start to trade. There is momentum. You can see it in the broader markets. Mid-cap index up about 0.5%, and Nifty now back at that 19,600 mark. Let's take it straight to the gainers. And pull up, the top gainer for you on the list is Bajaj Auto. So auto stocks are doing well. Bajaj Auto, Tata Motors, Hero MotoCorp, M&M, all in the green right now. Then you have metal names. Hindalco, JSW Steel are your top gainers. Bajaj Finserv, Sun Pharma, Titan, Cipla, Maruti are a couple of other stocks that are topping the charts this morning. What's dragging its feet is FMCG. HUL, Britannia are a tad bit in the red. Kotak Mahindra Bank, Bharti Airtel are just about subdued, flat. And HDFC Life, sort of a bit comatose over there, absolutely flat for the morning. But otherwise, for the market, it is a decent opening. The important bit is whether we build on to our gains. And I reckon that could take place only after the big event is, out of the way, which is the RBI policy. But for now, decent opening.
Well, that's right. Sonia, a couple of quarter two numbers that we got, that's the updates that we got for the past quarter, and they're looking quite good. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, you had the total deposits that were up close to around 43%. CASA was up 27%. The street has taken that positively, so Ujjivan Small Finance Bank is higher. Kalyan Jewellers as well. The quarter two India operations revenue growth was more than 30%, so that's another stock that's opened up well in the green. Here's Som Distilleries. They've launched a QIP at a price that's at a discount in comparison to yesterday's close price. So that's why that stock has opened up with a cut of around 2.5% or thereabouts. A few more names should come up for you on the screen. You have Adani Wilmar. The quarter two overall sales value, well, it declined year on year, though you had volume growth in double digits. So Adani Wilmar comes up for you on the screen, opening up with a gain of around 1%. Angel One, the quarter two gross client acquisition was up close to around 60%. Client base as well was up close to around 13% odd. The street was anticipating a stronger set of numbers, so that one has opened up more or less flattish. And PB Fintech, well, sources indicate to us that SoftBank could have sold in the trade that we saw a few minutes ago, worth more than 800 crores odd. Stock opened up in the red, but that's recovered a goodish bit, moving towards the green line. What else, Prashant?
Okay, above 19,600 right now, so that's looking good. 60 points on the index. Just a few more names before we sort of introduce our market master. Jindal Steel, Nimesh was just telling us about this Macquarie note on metals. So JSPL is coming up with about a 2.5% gain. And by the way, volumes are looking strong as well. Kalyan Jewellers is up 3.5%. So 242 on Kalyan Jewellers. It's got volumes on it. EMS Limited, the recent listing, that's been doing very well. 4% this morning as well. 317 on EMS. Sobha is up 2%. These real estate companies, Sobha, Puravankara, Prestige, last couple of days, they've all rallied quite a bit. Sobha, of course, had a bit of a fall as well recently. Supreme Industries, sold off under 4,000 bucks. It's back up a little bit, 2.5 higher, 39.53. I think the recent high was almost 4,500, if not a little higher. There's Ujjivan Limited, which is up about 2.6, 2.7% as well. Small Finance Bank, the SFB is higher as well. Mirza International, 3% up. So if you go down, then you're kind of looking at lower volume traded names, really, which are coming up. On the downside, IOB is the one which is seeing some 1.5% cut, but nothing large, really. Suzlon sort of gained 10% in the last two sessions, almost at 30 rupees. It's starting 1% down, but nothing large. Zomato had a 6% move yesterday. That is starting about 0.5% lower, but it's got volumes on it. Angel One had a 6% rally. And of course, we got the second quarter update post-market hours. Stocks down about 1%. So these are essentially small reversals off of what happened recently. Union Bank is another one which is down almost 1%. UCO Bank. So this entire PSU bank space, I think, seeing some more pressure. Central Bank, UCO, Union Bank, etc. Avenue Supermarts had a pretty decent day, 3.5% yesterday. That is pulling back about 1.33%. And then there is Idea, which is down about 1.5% as well at this point. Maybe look at MRPL as well, which is down 2%. So stocks at about 96. That's a 2% cut on MRPL on the back of volumes. There are more PSU banks. Bank of India is another one, which is down about 0.5%. So it's a, sort of focused kind of start on the downside for public sector banks. But, overall, if you look at the market breadth, although it's too early, bulls have the advantage. One other name which has now popped up is Indigo on the upside. Indigo has got a full 2.5% gain and it's got massive volumes for this point in the day. That's Interglobe, that fuel surcharge coming through. Interglobe doing everything it can to protect its margins by imposing that fuel surcharge. So that's what's coming through. I mentioned Kalyan Jewelers. Keep an eye out on that one. It's got some momentum. It was up 2.5%. It's up 5.5% now. So there is some more in terms of gains coming through on Kalyan Jewelers.